It's almost like a fencer trying to shoot his, I don't know what you call the fencing sword.
Download this app and enjoy this match. If you want to watch this match on
he's played that nicely too. Another very good shot, second fine drive off the back foot in the over.
Here you will get download link. Simply download this app and enjoy this match. If you want to
जीत का निशाना, पैदावार के साथ इनामात का खजाना, जीने बेशुमार इनामात और उम्रा टिकट के बम्पर प्राइजेस। बोतल पर दिए गए QR कोड स्कैन करें और कुरानदाजी में शामिल हो जाएं।
इस मैजिकल ऑफर को जाने ना दें। अब कोका कोला की 2 लीटर बोतल सिर्फ 220 रुपए में। खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका कोला के साथ।
Enjoy unlimited free deliveries and order on and on and on with Panda Pro.
Surface. They would have liked the ground staff, so you may see a bit more movement as the game goes on, continuously. So it could be a bit of a difficult one for the batters.
Yeah, for those that missed it earlier, 9 days of preparation, and the tent was used for about 60% of that time as it rained. Flaps are up on the side when it wasn't raining, so there could be a bit of a breeze coming through. They were always worried with the overcast conditions and the rain around the place that was never far away. So yeah, a bit of moisture in it, that's why there's a bit of greenery. That crust, which is no more than about an inch, that's all it is, just over an inch. The crust of the top upper layer of the pitch is fairly hard, but there will be some burn marks. That's what I'm expecting, because there's such a good carpet of grass with the new ball. We've just been hitting that surface and just burning through that top bit of grass and providing some indentations, rather than perhaps going into the actual clay itself, that seemed to be reasonably hard, although it's always a little bit on the softer side here at SuperSport Park on day one.
And what we would have noticed with this wicket and the batter so far, they've given themselves a chance to get in and play good cricket shots. There's opportunity to score, but probably you'll agree with me, those wickets that you don't always feel in. You'll be feeling good, you'll be moving good, leaving the ball well, playing a few shots, getting a few boundaries, but you always think there's a ball with your name on it. It's one of those types of wickets you feel.
Yeah, when Murray says feel like you're never in, you think you could get one that could just knock you over. That's nicely caressed through the covers as well. A little bit of shape, so Rabada wouldn't have been unhappy at the shot being produced. He'd been thinking slip cordon if it just moves a little bit more, but Rizwan moved his wrists and almost adjusted the bat angle to the shape of the delivery.
And that's what I mean. Slips were applauding KJ Rabada after the shot got played, because there is a risk involved with the slips waiting to take the catch. But again, if you get 5 more deliveries like that, there's always a potential of nicking one on the nature of this pitch.
I'm a bit surprised now. One shot through the covers, and they've now put protection back. The point has now been put onto the fence. And I don't think I'd mind them pushing hard at deliveries when you've seen some of the trampoline bounce so far. 110 for 4.
कोका कोला की 2 लीटर बोतल सिर्फ 220 रुपए में। खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका कोला के साथ।
हमदर्द जुशानदा का 1 पैकेट बॉईल करें, दिन में 2 बार पिएं और खांसी और नेज़ी कंजेशन को जड़ से खत्म करें। नो केमिकल्स, नो साइड इफेक्ट्स। आप भी अपनी सेहत को नेचुरली ठीक रखें विद हमदर्द जुशानदा।
जैज़ के पास हर नीड का हल है, बस *699# मिलाओ और अपने लिए खास बनाए हुए पैकेज को अपनी सुपर पावर बनाओ।
Fans will be hoping I'm proved wrong, but for me, what I would have done here is I would have taken Jansen out of the attack and gone back to Dane Patterson, and I would have kept Jansen to change ends, because he just hasn't found his rhythm today. So the South African fans, as I say, will be hoping that he still picks up a wicket this over, but for me, he hasn't looked comfortable, hasn't hit his straps as well as he could. And maybe just a change of end will do the trick for him.
And now there's a man on the fence on the offside. Just want to have a look at what happens in the test matches here over the last couple of years. This is the story of this pitch. First of all, we're going to look at Rabada, his release heights. The South African bowlers are tall and they're quick. Rabada, the last two tests, SuperSport Park, 2.1 metre release height, and bowls at a good length and the variable bounce. This is on fact from Hawkeye. Variable bounce he's had in the last two test matches. So that's Rabada. We'll come back and have a look at Janssen after this as well. Just coming back a fraction that time. So there's Rabada. So that's because of the indentations in the pitch and the variable bounce. So there's Rabada. What about Janssen? Surprisingly, he's only a little bit taller than Rabada because he's got that collapsed front knee, but it's still a very high release point. And this is the variable bounce that he's had over the last couple of tests at SuperSport Park. So he gets variable bounce as well. This is days 3 and day 4 and 5 goes that far. Happened in day 3 actually against India. Day 4 it was against the West Indies in 2024. Cries of catch it. And that's going to scoot away for a boundary. Man on the offside fence couldn't get close.
Yeah, if only it was Kirby Bosch, he actually headed off in the opposite direction. It's sometimes a difficult ground to pick up. You think about the bank and all the people sitting on the bank. But it's width, it's a scrambled seam. And come on, Gulam deciding to go hard after it. You can see Bosch is heading in the opposite direction and has to turn around. He wouldn't have got to it.
3 men on the fence. There's 2 men back on the hook, and there's a man on the fence on the offside. Not sure about these field placings. There's extra bounce. So we've looked at Rabada, we've looked at Janssen. Rabada's about 6'4", Janssen's about 6'8", 6'9", and Naseem Shah's 5'10". He only releases at 1.9. So this is the variable. This is taken from the one day at the Wanderers. So this is fact again from him at the Wanderers. And we're going to see if he gets any variable bounce. It's consistent with the Wanderers because there weren't the indentations. So will he be able to get some variable bounce at this surface? He is by far the most senior and the best bowler in their lineup. But the other blokes are tall and quick, and they do hit that deck hard, and they change their length to a hard length and get that variable bounce. And then also something that was spotted by Hashim Amla at the pitch report today, he just saw a little bit of a crack that was just outside the line of off stump bowling from the Henots River end, which might come into play if there's not too much wet weather around the place. But he is a class act, and will he get the variable bounce? I presume he will, but the other guys will be presumably more effective because of their height. Leading edge that time. 115 for 4.
कहीं से भी बैंकिंग करें, क्योंकि बैंकिंग कहीं जाने का नहीं, अल्फा करने का नाम है. Download the new Alpha app.
59 now this partnership. It's been good from Ghulam and also Rizwan.